Greetings, people of Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax, and today I am coming to you, I guess not live, but I am coming to you from my parents' unfinished shower. Basically, because this video is titled Says Who, and I basically just want to do stuff unconventionally. And I think there's a lot of wisdom in basically just saying says who, like when you are given some blanket piece of advice that is just supposed to sound really nice, or I always thought that the saying, those who what is it, those who stand for nothing will fall for anything, and I don't think that's true at all. I think that's a stupid quote. It used to sit on a poster in one of my English classes in grade 12. And I just thought, that's so dumb. I don't have to stand for any specific principle just to be gullible. Like if you don't have like a very specific thing that you embody, that doesn't mean you're gullible. That just means that you're not an ideologue and you're not like a radical extremist on some position or something. So yeah, the title of this video is Says Who? Question mark. And basically, I enjoy going against the grain and, not taking wisdom for just what it is. I question stuff. I think we should all question things in our lives. And so, I have been told a lot that, oh, if you're going to make YouTube videos, make sure you have a good background, good lighting, good sound quality, blah, 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 blah. To which sometimes I just want to say, says who, I have specific ideas and thoughts. And if you don't like those ideas or thoughts, or you think that, I'm uninteresting or whatever, nobody has to be here, right? We all get to choose what we want to do, and we are the masters of our own destiny. So I just thought, I spend a lot of time thinking like, ooh, what would be a nice background with good lighting and good sound quality, and I overthink about the topic, and I like write a script, and sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to do that. I just want to be able to talk, and I just want to be able to, exist without this need for constant, like listening to people's advice and the wisdom, like at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. And you can receive all of the wisdom and advice that you want in the entire world. But at the end of the day, like, nobody should force you to do any of it. And nobody has that ability to like make you do things you don't want to do. So I don't know, maybe it's a little bit rebellious, but I think the video concept and the idea is valid. So yeah, that's basically what we're talking about. And recently in my life, I've had people telling me like, oh, I have to do it this way. And oh, you do it that way? That's not right. You should be doing it this way. And I've had people telling me that I need to be more conventional. I need to be more standard and consistent, and all of these like words that really don't mean a whole lot in specific context. And it makes me just want to be like, who says that I have to act or behave in a specific way? I don't know if it's because I'm 27 and now people are sort of thinking like, Jax, like you're supposed to be following a very set protocol, and like you should be thinking about having kids and having a long-term relationship and all this stuff. And I do think about that stuff. Like, it's not that those things are things that I don't want or things that I'm not interested in, because I am interested in a few of those things and some of those concepts. But I really rally against the whole idea that like you must do this, like you must do X before you do Y, and then you get Z. Or Z, however you want to pronounce it. So I just think like life is a little too short to be following a protocol or a guidebook written by somebody else. And I think the phrase "says who" is a really good phrase, because it doesn't only just question sort of the moral authority, but it kind of implies that like you're going to do something on your own, and you're going to follow your own path, your own code, your own vision. And I think deep down, we respect people that do that. There might be this like quiet sort of judgment of people who do their own thing and who don't follow the standard rhythm. However, I think there is a lot of wisdom in just the ability to like choose what you do and not have to consider or concern yourself with extenuating circumstances. You know what I mean? It's basically choose what you want to do and embody it and embrace it. And so I don't know, I just really like that says who. I had a cousin, I still do, like they still exist, but when she was younger, she was constantly being told like, oh, you need to do this and you need to behave this way and you need to act this way. And she would always reply with says who, like why? And basically she was never willing to accept blanket advice or just like, you have to do this because it's good. And I always used to sort of chuckle and like, I've always respected her, but I always used to chuckle when she was just like, says who? Like, why? Why do I have to do it this way? I want to do it this way. And she's just always been she knows who she is from a very young age, which is, I think, pretty rare in children and especially in adults because none of us know what we want and all of us are a little bit insecure and cautious of the way the world works. But that kind of like free-spirited willingness to question the standard and the normal is so refreshing and it's so nice. And so I don't know, I want to embrace that a little bit more in my life and decide like, says who? Like, why do I have to act this way? Why do I have to do this? You know, being 27, living in a specific part of the world, belonging to a certain economic class, like none of these things should limit yourself if you can make sure that they don't limit you. I mean, it's very easy and it's very possible that some of these things do limit you. And, you know, those things are hard to overcome, but nobody has to take any advice or any rhetoric from any other person. You know, you get to decide what you want to do. And, you know, unconventional behavior is pretty sexy, you know, like that is the in thing. Being a sheep, following the norm, following whatever the narrative is, that isn't cool anymore. And it used to be that following the standard whatever was sort of the done thing. You know, you don't want to keep up with the Joneses, get all that new stuff, you know, behave a specific way. And that just isn't okay anymore. You know, the standard is no longer considered inherently good just for being the standard. So you're faced with an opportunity to really decide what you want individually and specifically tailored to you, and then you get to embrace it. And then you get to have that fun experience where somebody who might be older than you or wiser than you or richer than you tells you that you need to do something a specific way, and you just get to respond with, says who? So, thank you guys for watching. I love to hear your thoughts. Hope you have a beautiful day. And as always, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.